today we're packing it up. So today is technically our second to last day here in New Mexico. However, unfortunately, New Mexico got a little bit of a snowstorm. And so our goal is to leave tomorrow by lunchtime. However, if the roads aren't doing any better, we're probably gonna be hanging out here for an extra day, which slows down some of our other travel plans and is a little bit of a bummer. But we think we've moved stuff around that if that is the case, we can make it work. However, it's really gonna be telling what happens tonight, because tonight is gonna be low temperatures. I wanna say it's like supposed to be 3 degrees, something like that. And there's still a possibility of precipitation. So if it continues to snow, all that kind of stuff, then tomorrow morning, we might just be chilling around the house. Regardless, I am working on packing up the living room, a bunch of the weird different stuff, all of our books and movies. Greta is in here working on packing up her clothes. I got most of my clothes into my boxes and stuff. I still have not packed my suitcase though. So that's gonna be a little bit of arranging, but Greta's been working in here this morning. How's it going?
I love packing up my life every 3 months.
I still gotta pack up all these medications though. But that also involves packing up the IO Hornet and clearing up some of the greenery that happens to be around. And I have all these little 8s that are just the bits that are remaining. And the flour that we have for today is actually the home grow from that dude that we met in Cloudcroft, and it is so cheesy. Hey Greta, there's a little bear outside and she looks mighty comfy in the snow. Come on in, Bob. Now wait a sec. Gotta get you wait. Hey, wait. Goodness gracious, baby girl, you gone. Where you go? Okie dokie, it is a little bit later in the day now, but Greta is working on some boxes over there. I am working on cooking right now. We have like some chicken and some turkey burger that we have left, so we're just cooking it. We're leaving it plain. I'm also making some chicken noodle soup in the microwave. But we're just gonna have this then as plain meat that we can use as a base in cooking as we travel. Also that way we don't have to be transporting frozen raw meat with us, because that sounds like a large challenge. And after a little bit of a break, the snow has started to fall as like actual powder. You can really see it against the trees. So we are gonna take a family walk around the farm in this little snowy weather, so we're getting all bundled up. Hoka's got her jacket on too. How's it going, Hoka? You happy to be in the snow again? What about you, Greta? You happy to be in the snow again?
I'm happy to have hot chocolate.
Yeah, no, the hot chocolate is very nice. These are probably Greta and I's favorite mugs. They say yours and mine, but it is actually like starting to snow here. It's sticking to the ground pretty well, but you can still see some of the high grass. So like you can see where like leaves are and stuff. And if you look across, you can still see some sections of Greta and dry grass that are sticking up out there. What you doing? Now I am. What you doing? Okay, well, it is definitely dark outside now. There's still a little bit of mess out here. That's all me. Bedroom's pretty much cleared up. Hallway is filled with our things. This hallway is filled with our things, and this bedroom is filled with packed up things. So at this point, there's like some sheets that we need to do in the laundry that they'll go into the one laundry basket. There's some like different small stuff, but the biggest thing is all of my What would you call it, Greta? What do you call my stuff? Like, I don't like saying like paraphernalia because that makes it sound bad. So like,
Weed stuff.
yeah, it's just the weed stuff. But I think someone wants to go back outside. Okay, well, we're a little bit further into the evening now, and these gummies have some CBN in them. CBN is a cannabinoid that helps with sleep. So like CBD helps with more general inflammation, CBG helps with stomach stuff, but CBN helps people sleep. Now you can overdo it, and too much CBN will start to keep you awake, but 5 milligrams, that's going to be a perfect balance with the 10 milligrams of the 10 hippie calories that we got in there. So we're just going to be doing one of those for this evening. Don't worry, we're going to be consuming other things though. The IO Hornet is still fired up and going. So it is later in the evening further. Little Hokey is tired. And we are watching The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe to prepare for the snow surrounding us. Well, if these aren't just two little peas in a pod, tuckered out, the movie's just getting to the most climactic point. And I've just been stitching bags together to make sure that everything holds together. The side of the bag that holds our stand-up paddleboard pump had ripped open. I think it's because they put these little fancy tags on it. So I put some really heavy-duty cordage through the side of that, so that should hold together. And in Greta's defense, she has been crushing it today. She has been taking care of so much stuff. She has been like getting everything organized, and then I just like pack it all up. So it has been going super smoothly today, but the snow is still coming down outside. So we'll have to see what it looks like tomorrow morning. It should be stopping before we get up. So we'll have to see. But for now, good night, and I'll see you tomorrow morning. Well, it's the next morning. We got more snow, and now we have to go and see how the main roads are. Greta came out a little bit ago and cleared off my car though, so that way we can drive this one around. I mean, it's all the way up over Greta's little sides. Ah. It is really pretty though. Everything just covered in one smooth layer of snow. It's all powdery and light too. It's not super icy. Rapping around in that RAV4. Live that life, homie. It looked like he was smoking.
They're going somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I didn't think I would get to see the dispensary covered in snow, but that's a unique experience. Oh, and the Duncan Alien's covered in snow too. That's pretty fun. Okie dokie, well, we made it back home. The roads closest to the ranch are definitely the worst because they're, I mean, unplowed. But once we got out onto some of the main roads, it's at least been kind of like rutted down and you can kind of tell where you're going. But, I don't know, it's still snowing at the moment. Ooh, we got some icicles. Some freaking icicles hanging on the house right now. But you can see, yeah, it's still snowing out there and we got a nice layer of snow outside. So I think we're gonna start packing some of the stuff up, starting to like prep the vehicles and everything. Hoka's very excited that we came back home. But we gotta talk about the plan a little bit more. Well, in an attempt to test how snow ready our cars were, well, we tried a few different ways of digging it out, but unfortunately we had to use the straps from the RAV4 to pull it out. So now we're gonna head back to the ranch. For the record, this entire thing has happened just at the end of the road from the ranch, so it hasn't been that scary. What are you doing, Hokey Poke? You wandering through the snow? Okay, well, it is a little bit after lunch now. It is sunnier outside. We are going to start packing up the cars, though. We are not leaving today. We are going to leave tomorrow. We're just gonna have to end up eating a day at the Moab Airbnb because I really don't want to drive, 10 hours tomorrow to do that? So yeah, we're gonna do it a little bit slower tomorrow, make sure that we're able to do it safely. But we decided together that would be the safer thing to do.
It's gonna be safer.
Yeah, absolutely. And
little baby girl is just so cuddly right now that it's hard to make her leave.
so we got the 2 cars pretty well packed. The rooftop carrier's fully packed. We got boxes all in there. Oh, hello, you can see me through the reflection. I got a fun little desk set up in the front. And then we got way more boxes and stuff shoved in the back. And Greta's car is loaded up with all our accessible stuff, things that we'll need for like my backpack and my bike helmet, things that are just gonna be needed for some more of the adventure. And a laundry basket that we really don't actually need access to, but
I can't see.
it goes there. So now we're gonna head back inside, get a little hoka, take a little walk, and then we'll, either the 2 of us or just me, yet to be determined, are gonna
Run out and get food
from somewhere. We're thinking Arby's at the moment, but honestly, we don't know what's open, which is part of the challenge. What's up, little hoka? You enjoying your little walk through the snow? What you smelling? You just like the smell of the pines? Come on, this way. Baba. So back inside now. It's a little bit more empty than it was. We still got a few bits and pieces everywhere. My bags are still hanging out on the floor. But luckily, Domino's is still open. Specifically, only one of the locations in Roswell is open. However, we placed our order over the phone. Those guys are living their best life right now. So we're gonna, well, I'm going to, Greta's not gonna go with me because Greta just gets way too anxious when we start talking about it. You can say anything to your defense that you would like.
He wants to take all the back roads that haven't been touched all day.
Untouched powder. But yeah, so in a little bit I'll run out there, but we'll just give him a little bit of time to get started, get cooking. Okay, well, roads were significantly better this time around. They're mostly just wet. However, people are driving around their side-by-sides because they can't drive their own cars, and it's kind of funny. But we have made it. Pizzas are secured. Well, it is officially night. Greta and Hoka are out. We are watching The Librarians, the TV show, not the movies. We may go back and watch the movies, but everything's all packed up. The bedroom's back to the way that it was. We're just gonna have to load our food in tomorrow, but hopefully we will be on the road. When I was driving around, everything was looking a little bit better, and so as long as it's sunny, I think we should have a pretty good rate of travel. We won't be going too quick though. So here's to hoping that tomorrow we leave Roswell. Good Monday morning. We are pretty much all packed up. The bedroom is like back to normal, just a few things that are hanging out there. Pretty empty living room, just like our bags and stuff that we need to take out to the car. All of our blankets, which are gonna go into the back of my car. Hoka's paying attention for Greta, who's outside. And then we got food. That's gonna be the biggest one, but like everything else is empty. Greta took some stuff out to the car to get things situated, but we're packing up. This is about it. How do you feel about leaving, Hoka? You excited? So I was just putting the bikes on the car and I started walking back and I heard this like rumbling in the trees and then this bird just fell out. I think it froze to death. That's freaking crazy. What the heck? And just like that, cars are pretty much entirely packed. So for today, Greta is going to be driving the RAV4. And then once we get at least onto the highway, we're thinking that once we get to a spot called Klein's Corner, we'll actually switch and she'll go back to driving the Chili. But Becky is just way safer. Like, Becky was driving around yesterday with no problems. There were a few spots where like I was just purposely driving through the snow to break up some of it along the road. That car just does amazing in the snow. I mean, it's all-wheel drive with kind of like a responsive all-wheel drive system, where the Chili's just front-wheel drive. So we'll have to be a little careful leaving, but once we get out onto the main roads, it's been sunny for a bit. Things should be a little melty, and it should be safe traveling. Well, Greta's pulling the trash out because it's all packed up. Kitchen's all cleaned up, nothing on the counters. There's only a little dog in here anymore, but everything's back to the way it was when we moved here. Well, the last things that we need to take out. Do a quick walk through. This was a little bedroom. That's not the way we had it set up. Back into the little bathroom and everything. Everything's all cleared out of there. And of course, our little guest room. Crazy. Crazy to be leaving.
Yeah, it is.
So weird. Well, after bawling my eyes out about leaving this place, we realized that we should check the mail another time. So we're gonna take Hoka for a little walk down to the end of the driveway so that we're able to burn some energy off of her. But then, yeah, double check the mail, take the rest of the stuff out. But yeah, sad to be leaving this place. Actually sad to be leaving this place. How's it going, Hoka? You enjoying the snow? I wonder if she was like meant for this climate, Greta. Do you think she enjoys it at all?
I think so, yeah.
Well, we came back in to go to the bathroom one more time, and so of course we're crying again because we're not ready to go.
But it's gonna be good.
It is.
It's gonna be good. We're gonna have a great time in Washington. Was fun.
Yeah, it's just tough, but time to get on the road. Goodbye, little Casita. You've been great. So we have, waiting for the focus. And, oh, is it because of how dirty this is? Goodness gracious. I mean, the front windshield is quite dirty. However, we have now crossed out of Roswell and we are, here, we'll go this way. We have crossed out of Roswell. Actually, we're coming up on it right now. This is the Welcome to Roswell sign, but now, for the last time, thanks for visiting. And someone's camper. But we are now outside of Roswell. This is uncharted territory. We're cruising at normal speed. The road is pretty clear. We did see a notification on Google Maps that says that there may be some unplowed sections, which I think that's just because they don't have snow plows. But we'll just be cautious of drifting, any kind of frozen sections that we might need to be cautious for. But everything's just wet at this point. It's 25 degrees outside, but the road is pretty darn dry. Which is pretty much one of our northern limits, that if we were able to make it here, we think we should be able to make it all the way up to Farmington.
Alright, well, we stopped on the side of the road at this lovely little rest stop. It's really windy. But while I was driving, I noticed that this one hook thing wasn't attached on the actual car. It was just closed.
Tightened
in front of it. So, we're fixing that.
Get that all nice, clicked into place. Well, it is quite chilly here, but we have stopped at Klein's Corner, right along the side of the highway. But we are actually going to need to go back that way, get up onto 40, and then 40 is going to carry us all the way up to Farmington for us to stay for the first night. But it is chilly outside, so hopefully this gas fills up pretty quick. Okay, well, I am back in Becky, and feels good to be back in my car. But getting everything situated, Greta is booking the hotel. It's the same one that she had found previously, so that's pretty nice. But we are just, yeah, kind of getting situated in our own cars, getting ready to go, and then she'll be giving me a call shortly, and we'll be on the road. Look how pretty this is out there. Well, we have stopped along the side of the road here, mostly because I was getting a little bit sleepy. I wanted to stop, pull over, get out, kind of stretch my legs and everything, because we still got a little bit of a ways to go, about an hour and a half. So yeah, just kind of wanted to move around a little bit, get some stuff out of the back of the car, and we should be good. So the random spot we stopped at along the side of the road is the Continental Divide. Isn't that wild, Hoka? Well, I'm back in the car, and here's to hoping that our next stop is the hotel. Well, we have officially made it to Farmington, still New Mexico. Yeah. But we've actually come to Walmart because I want to get walkie-talkies. And
he doesn't like talking to me on the phone.
Well, it's just that, like, we don't always need to be on the phone, and I'd much rather just be able to, like, hit a button, say, hey, why don't we just pass this person? And then, like, not have to make a whole phone call. But we're also gonna get dinner because we don't really have anything for dinner.
We have stuff.
Well, but like the challenge of cooking some of these things isn't worth it for tonight. But we also don't really want to go out to eat because that's just kind of pricey. So we should be able to get a little 2-for-1 here at the Walmart. Welcome. So we stopped at Walmart, did get some walkie-talkies, so we'll get those set up this evening. We also got some cookies, but now we're gonna go get some gas before we stop at the hotel for the evening. And I am ready to get back to the hotel. Or I guess just to the hotel. We kind of went past it. Well, came to the Speedway. It was a little bit cheaper. Just parked next to this person over here. So that way I can say hi to their dog. Hello, doggy. We got into our hotel room. I'll give you guys a little bit more of a tour later, but someone deserves to go to the bathroom. See, that's what I mean. I'm not as good at recording with this for some reason. But for dinner, we got some lasagna. It was a frozen one from Walmart, but it was good.
Yeah, I mean, it was just Walmart brand.
Yeah, no, it was just Walmart's, like...
We mostly picked it because we were hoping it would fit into the microwave, and it did.
It did, so success. Hoka is possibly eating some food now, so hopefully
calming down a little bit.
Hopefully she's gonna calm down a bit. But we're just watching The Librarians, trying to relax for the evening. I might pick up the camera again. Otherwise, good night. Make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you have a comment, leave that down below. And you can always hit that little subscribe button over there. There'll be a notification bell that pops up next to it. That way you're notified every time a new video comes out. Also, there will pop up a thing here that you could subscribe that way, and YouTube will suggest 2 videos that they think you'd like. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and we'll see you in the next one.